Queen Elizabeth High School, come on up. Let's hear what you have to say. What have you done? Or, actually, I think they're going to be doing a kind of distributed model here.
The overview of Mental Health Week of activities on Tuesday handed out rockets with paper reminders that said, prepare to launch, attend tutorials, prepare now for finals, decrease stress, and increase mental health.
So on Wednesday, there was a hats on day. Students, they all need to wear their hats for the day. We also invited students to write on a hat as to strategies they use to help mental health.
Yeah. On Thursday, students answered the following questions and wrote on their classroom. What is the school culture at Queenie feel like? Colorful, amazing, cool, spectacular, accepting, love, happy, family, powerful, including, home, comfortable, and fun.
Well, on Friday, it was Be Jolly Day. Everyone likes these, Jolly Ranchers. And on Friday, we handed them out reminders how to be a knight. Smile at everyone, at each other, everyone else, even people you don't know. Include one other person to hold the door for someone. Holding a door for someone helps anyone out.
Okay, so it's what did you personally contribute to the project? We interacted with students. We stapled candies to reminder sheets. We came up with questions to ask the students and invited students to write on the glass wall.
We handed them markers for them to write with, and then we thanked them for them taking part in it, and then they provided feedback for the events.
What are we most proud of regarding in your involvement?
Connecting junior high student in the future.
You have to be louder than that.
Connecting with junior high students who may be future knights at our school. Talking with students and making new connections. We continue to build, create, and help school culture with those events. Meeting other people in leadership. New level of confidence and feel I am contributing to my school.
What was the most challenging aspect? The most challenging aspect was communicating what's happening in our school and engaging students as this is a busy time of the year.
Alright, so what would we do differently or the same? We were going to classes and promote what we're doing, and then we visit and talk to the students and let them know what's going on in the school.
Has your understanding of mental health changed from this experience? We've been doing these types of activities all year around mental health. It has opened up to the conversation around mental health. We know a bit more about mental health challenges, and we are not as worried about talking about it.
And then I gotta consider that one again. So, should I move back a little bit?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'll zoom up.
Yeah, okay. It is cool how these activities bring us together as a school community. We will be working and offering these activities in the future.
All right, thank you very much, Queenie. Now we have time for 3 questions from schools. So we'll give everybody a couple of seconds to bring your questions together, and then we will have an opportunity to ask them.
Glen Park has a question when you're ready.
All right. Glen Park, you are like hot on the trot. Over to you, Glen Park. What's your question?
Okay, so why did you choose candy to staple? Sheets.
Why was candy chosen to staple? Great questions. Queenie, do you have an answer?
Because kids like candy.
Okay, we got one here. Go ahead.
I don't know, kids like candy, so I feel like they want to
read the sheet, they got a treat out of it too.
That's that motivating factor, right?
Yeah.
Great question, Glen Park. Are there other questions? I have a question for you. One of the it was a great question that actually another group asked. Were there any challenges you guys had, or points where you had to really push through to overcome?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Okay.
Well, maybe I should just go up there at that point.
Oh yeah, sure. Here, come on up. Yeah.
Well, I guess one of the challenges that was hard to overcome is your personal feeling towards something. I don't know, anything in like the world can make you happy or sad or depressed or angry. It's the fact that it's your brain that makes you feel what you want to make it feel. So think of like anything that makes you happy can also make you sad, angry. So if you want to overcome something, just think of something that probably like anything that can like cheer you up. Like if you ever think something that cheers you up, it will actually. There was a test. It was 67% of the time, if you think something happy, it'll make you happy.
Very cool. So again, one of the challenges is you want to get that message out to people, right? You want everybody to know what that happens. And through the stuff that you guys did, and all the other schools have done, that's how you've certainly taken those steps.
Yeah, I don't think of a school as a community. I think of it as like a mini family because we all understand each other.
Very cool. Very cool. Thanks so much for sharing. Are there any other questions? We got time for one more question for Queenie before we go on to the next site. All right, we're going to stay, we're going to stay at this same site because we have another school that's actually come and joined us here. So Major General Griesbach, do you want to stay sitting where you're sitting?
It's us three that are talking.
Okay, awesome.
My name is Corey Fraser, and I'm one of the teachers at Major General Griesbach School, and I'm here with a couple of my students. We had the opportunity of participating in this video conference a couple of months ago, and we're feeling encouraged to do some projects in and around our school to promote mental wellness. So Alex is going to talk about a few things that we did at MGG. We've posted them on Twitter already, some pictures of some of the things we've done. So go ahead, Alex.
Some of the things we've done is Hats On for Mental Health. We've had a bulletin board in the hallway with the things that could help your mental health. And we've had little posters in the hallways. We've had announcements about facts and stuff, and we've sent letters home to parents about facts and info.
Thanks, Alex. One of the big pushes we made in our school is because we are a K-9 school. We wanted to reach the elementary kids in a meaningful way, so sending home information to parents was an important part of that. In addition, setting up a bulletin board for the elementary side of our school and the junior high side of our school, we were able to set up 2 bulletin boards with tips for mental wellness. So those were some of the pictures you saw on Twitter in regards to that. We raised, with our Hats On for Mental Health campaign, we raised close to $500 with the matched funds. And a big part of that had to do with our elementary classes. They really embraced that endeavor, and so we are already working with our elementary kids as they move into junior high with mental health awareness, which was one of our goals. So we were pretty proud of that. Our money that we raised is going to be split. Some of it's going to go to the Kids Help Phone, and some of it is going to the Canadian Mental Health Association. So we chose those 2 charities to contribute to. The most challenging aspect for us, as we were talking, is that I don't get a chance to see these grade 8s that I've worked with very often. I teach their health class, and it's on a rotation schedule. So just connecting with them and being able to work with them was a challenge. But in addition, including our junior high population in our projects, sometimes our junior high kids are a little bit more of a tougher sell because it's not so cool to be talking about mental health. So we're working really hard at some ideas for next year on how to change that and how to make it more meaningful. And Brooklyn's going to talk a little bit about that.
Okay, thanks. But what we want to see more is like more peer support. So we could train like our peers or whatever you want to call them. And we could train them, and we can learn to help our friends, is another way to say it. it'd be nice to be able to reach out to your friend and like give them the help that they need. Another thing is that students have a really hard time talking. Well, some students have a really hard time talking to other like adults and like teachers. So it'd be nice if you could just reach out to your friend instead of having to look up to someone who's older.
Thanks. So those are some of the things that we are doing at Major General Griesbach. We are really excited about moving forward and continuing this, and not only just making mental wellness a focus for 1 week of the year, but making mental wellness a focus of every week of the school year, and really encouraging our students and our staff to promote it as part of their ongoing health curriculum. So that's what we did at MGG. Anything to that, guys? Okay. Thanks, Jeremy.
All right, let's hear it from Major General Griesbach. Okay, so we're going to give everybody a couple of seconds on their site to bring up a question. And I wonder, can anybody beat Glen Park to the first question? Because they're so good. Okay, ready? You take some time and talk amongst yourselves if you have any questions.
We have a question, Terry.
Oh, so well done. Good job. Okay, so we had a question. This is I think it's our friends at Banting and Best.
Why did you choose charity to donate to?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. One of the reasons we chose the Kids Help Phone is because the presentation we saw at the last video conference. And the Kids Help Phone, there were some representatives from the Kids Help Phone who talked to us about the important work that they're doing. And we really, really liked the app that they were promoting, which is called, just left me. But there's a really good app that you can get for your mobile devices. And it's a really good way to equip students to help each other. And so we thought that was a really good cause. And the Canadian Mental Health Association, who sponsors Mental Health Awareness Week, we thought they were a really good choice as well. So.
Great question. Are there other groups that have a question? Awesome. So let's hear it one more time for those great questions and for our friends at Major General Griesbach. Well done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go on a little bit of a trip back across our great country, and we're going to say hello to our friends at Central Algoma. And Central Algoma is going to share with us what their girls' gym class did. And the project description that I have here is running fundraisers and awareness campaigns to support Do It for Darren, a mental health charity. Fundraisers included Mental Health Week, ball hockey tournament, lunch hour presentations, just to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from our friends at Central Algoma. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, hi guys. First of all, we'd like to apologize for not really being able to hear anyone. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere here, so we don't really have good connection. But we're sure all of you guys have really great ideas and they're working for you. So for our gym class here, we did a couple really fun events throughout the whole school with students and teachers. We did some hockey tournaments, ball hockey tournaments, where all the funds went to Do It for Darren, which was the project we chose. We even had, one of the cool things was that throughout the week, our gym class did different presentations in the courtyard describing different mental health. So we had like depression, anxiety, eating disorders, suicide, and what was the other one? Depression? I don't know if I said that. Stress. So for these, we just had like big bulletin boards, like having a bunch of information on them. But we wanted to get people to come out and look at them, so we had activities as well that would grab people's attention. You guys can say what you guys did for your Do It for Darren suicide board. You guys want to explain that activity?
Do It for Darren, since Darren, she was a hockey player. So on the suicide day, we did a shootout. So you like just shoot hockey pucks at a net.
It's more fun than it sounds.
And for every goal you got your name in a draw. I contacted Do It for Darren, and we got a bunch of prizes such as pens. We had a goodie bag at the end of the week. All the stuff was sponsored by the Do It for Darren organization. And so your name in the end of the week went in the draw for the big prize. And every day, the winners got a t-shirt, a Do It for Darren t-shirt.
One of the other really cool things we did was we had a lady come in who works for, I believe she works for like a social services organization in our town. And so she came in and kind of gave us a seminar, and she had people come in and talk about what it's like to live with mental health. So on that day, we also had the St. John's Ambulance Therapy Dog come to our school. And this was just like this cute little puppy named Chloe, and she walked around the school and everyone could just pet her. And it's something that they do actually to relieve symptoms of stress and anxiety. So it was really cool.
Our staff, every Friday, they donate money. It goes to different charities, and this month we raised $250. They get to dress in their blue jeans or however they want, and they donated their money to Do It for Darren this month. And so that alone raised $200 for our foundation.
And we also, we spent some time, we made a video kind of explaining all this stuff. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the video. It's on our CHIMP website. And so it kind of explained all these things that we did and had some pictures of the mental health of the dog and the ball hockey tournament. So that was kind of cool.
And eventually, we are donating to Do It for Darren, and they got back to us and told us that all of our donations will be going to Claire's Big Ride. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Claire Hughes, the Olympian, will be biking across Canada to raise awareness for mental health. So that's eventually where all of our money will be going, is to that big ride.
And we plan on making signs and meeting her at the highway when she rides by and stuff like that. So it'd be kind of cool to see her in person doing that.
So cool.
One of the most challenging aspects was to get everybody to come to our board and everything. So we had fun activities for them to come and look at our board and learn a bunch of facts about mental health.
Yeah, as well as this is just an example of one of the activities that we did. I don't know, it catches people's attention when you see something in the courtyard. This was for anxiety. We had this beautiful drawing, and people would come up and be blindfolded and stick the different symptoms of anxiety on the person. So this one, memory loss. We had a couple of them fell there. There's heart, so heart pumping and butterflies in your stomach and crying and stuff like that. So it's just an example of one of the activities we did. And as well, for we chose ball hockey tournaments because our school is a kind of small school and a lot of people are really into hockey. So we figured by giving the students something that they enjoy, that they're going to be more willing to donate to our cause. It was kind of challenging because high school kids, they don't really have a ton of money to just throw away often, especially in our small town. So we had to kind of give them some motivation to spend money on this. So it's kind of cool. Any questions?
All right, let's hear it for Central Algoma. Well done, guys. Seriously.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I love the whole variety of what you guys all brought together. It wasn't any one thing. It was a whole spectrum. Well done. Okay, everybody has a couple of seconds to bring their questions together, and then we'll come back to Central Algoma.
Glen Park has a question.
No, already? Holy smokes. You guys are fast. Okay, Glen Park, go ahead.
What formed the group? What formed the group?
What brought the group together? What formed your group, Central Algoma?
What brought our group together? Was that the question? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, it was just our girls' gym class. Our teacher, Mrs. Hunford, who really wishes she could be here today, but she's actually at a different conference for mental health. So she chose us to represent our gym class, which our gym class has about 20 girls in it, and we're all about the same age, and we were all kind of, interested in this, hearing about it, especially a lot of us are hockey players, so the Do It for Darren cause kind of suited us, because Darren was a hockey player as well, so we could kind of have some sort of connection with her. So that's what kind of brought us all together. So we're here for the semester, working together in our gym class, devoting most of our gym class to doing different events for this and projects.
Brilliant. Great question, and thanks for the answer. Do we have more questions?
Yeah, we have a adventing invest.
Okay, Invest, over to you. Go ahead.
How did learning affect you? How did learning mental health affect you personally?
I think it affected all of us in a way that so we actually know what the other people are going through. Like Chelsea said before, we had people with actual mental health issues come into our school and speak about it, and it all made us feel for them because now we know what they're actually going through, and it's hard. It's a hard thing to go through, so we can actually feel for them now and know what's going on.
Great. Yeah, well said. Well done. Do we have another question? Oh, we have a question here at Queen Elizabeth. Come right on up.
So earlier you mentioned how you had people could wear jeans or whatever for a donation. Does that mean you wear uniforms every day?
Actually, it was just our staff. So our staff every Friday gets to donate $1. They pay $1 and then they get to wear whatever they want to school, so they can wear their casual wear instead of having to dress up. So that's all the teachers and staff. And then at the end of the month, they have all this money and they decide where they want to donate it to. And so they chose to help and support us, our gym class.
Well done. So well done, our friends at Central Algoma, and those great questions that were asked as well. One last round of applause. All right, Glen Park. I want to hear what you guys have done. We have a number of students who are there. Their project description is, it's the SUP Club. I am very curious what SUP stands for. And the students advocating to engage other children and youth in culturally based equity and social justice movements by helping to raise awareness amongst their peers about the inequities faced by First Nations children and youth, while advocating for the basic rights and mental health and awareness of all children globally. Glen Park, tell us about this. That sounds pretty amazing.
What's up? What's up? So, I'm Cassie. I'm in grade 6, and SUP stands for the Stand Up People. Our group officially started when a boy in our class was actually bullied. So we wanted to do something about it. So we formed a group. It was originally called Pink Day Every Day. But then we saw, we had this activity day, and we saw this video that was about a girl named Shannon, and she had a dream to have a school in her town, an Aboriginal town in Ontario called Attawabscat, and she had a dream to do that, and she started her campaign. And when we saw that, we wanted to make people know about it because we hadn't even heard about an Aboriginal town that was in our province. That made us feel really bad, so we wanted to tell more people about it. So then we came up with our campaign called SUP.
So, we had a bunch of assemblies at our school explaining to our school what we did, what happened. Many new members joined the group. Everything was great. We were popular at our school. We wanted to be more popular outside of our school. We wanted more people to learn about us. So I'm a big fan of social networking. I love this comic making site called Bitstrips. So I decided to make an account on Bitstrips for SUP, where I make comics talking about what we do and how people can stay posted with us and how they can help us with Attawabscat and other problems that we're trying to save. So I went on to Bitstrips. I made an account. I made a few comics just testing out if we will actually get views, and it turns out it really did work because we now have about 200 and more views, and it's going really great. I'm very proud that a lot of people now know about us and that they're definitely helping out with Attawabscat. I check Bitstrips every day. Some comments on our comics are saying, hello, I'm so-and-so, I kind of do the same as you, come check out my page. I've met very inspiring other people, and I'm very proud about what we've done on Bitstrips. Oh, yes. I also really wanted to start a blog about SUP because a blog is a great way to express your feelings and let other people join in on a conversation. So I made an account on a place called blog.com for SUP, just explaining what we do, stuff about Ottawapiskat, and we've got some great comments on our posts, and everything is just going great with SUP and social networking.
All right, let's hear it for Glen Park. Well done. Seriously. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give you just a couple of minutes to bring together any questions that you might have for our friends from Glen Park and their SUP group. Yes, quite. Oh, we got a question here. Come on up. Queenie's got a question for you.
Did anyone ever abuse the blog?
Oh, yeah. That
Okay, so yeah. When I first started the blog, I was a little scared of haters. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was quite scared of people, picking on us, like, you're never going to change the world or something like that. Surprisingly, there actually hasn't been much haters. On the blog, you could actually block people if there is a rude comment. You could report them, and you could block them. So, even if there was a rude comment, I believe I could block them, and it would be just fine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there hasn't been any hate picking on us yet. So we're happy about that.
Excellent, thanks, good job. Let's go on to our, you know what, if you can take pictures of that and tweet it out to our account, like maybe take a screenshot of your blog, send us the URL so that other people can check it out all across Canada, I think that would be really, really cool. Is there one more question we have for our group? All right, so we will come back to that again later. Ladies and gentlemen, for our very last school, we are going to go to our friends at Timberbank Public School. They have a group of students who were asked to reflect on what mental health and well-being meant to them, and they created a project to spread the word about being well, and I would like you to spread the word to us right now about how we can also be well and inspire our friends to be well. Timberbank, over to you.
So we learned about mental health. We got to, as a class, we came up with what mental health means to us and different topics. And so we got to decide what topic we wanted to do and how we would want to present it. So we could either work in groups or by ourselves.
Some of the topics were bullying, stress, depression, suicide, addiction.
And we basically learned about like the effects of depression and things we could do to help mental health and just be healthy in general.
So our projects, we could do anything. We could do a PowerPoint, poster, movie. My group did a movie. It was about body image and self-esteem. So there was this girl, and she was all lonely, and she tried to be like someone she saw, and it turned out to be a disaster, and everyone made fun of her. So we got to basically present it however we liked, so we could choose. So it was more fun for us, and we got to present it and do however we wanted, whichever would be easier for us.
And so our goal was just kind of have people be more aware about mental health and learn about ways that we could help people who were going through depression and just kind of solve your problems and talk to people about it.
That's great. That's lovely. Thank you guys, you ladies, so much. That's awesome.
Is that ever well done? Let's hear it for our friends at Timberbank. Excellent job, Timberbank. Excellent job. Well done.
There's a question.
Do we have
No! Glen Park, go ahead, question.
Okay. Why would you choose depression as one of your targets?
Because starting from our age, people start to get depressed, and it's a really big problem now.
And depression is something that a lot of people don't understand, and we think it's important that we have people know what depression actually is, so there can be more people to help solve the problem.
We have a question. Thanks for that question and that answer, Timberbank. We have a question here from Major General Griesbach. They asked, what grade are you guys in?
We're all in grade 6.
All in grade 6.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. Another question. And to our friend Algoma as well. Okay, over to you, Jennifer.
Hi, I was going to ask, I had an opportunity to see the videos that you guys created last week. Oh gosh, it was just last week. And I was very impressed with the quality that you guys had. My question is if you're planning to post those videos online.
Not really sure.
Okay.
We would probably need permission from our parents and first.
Yeah. That permission is very important, and that's very wise. It's also would be wonderful if you can get permission again to spread words. Just like how we asked our friends at Glen Park to share their blog. If you can share those videos, that gives everybody else not only a chance to hear your message, but to think, hey, holy cow, those kids are in grade 6. I'm in grade 7, or I'm in grade 8, or I'm in grade 12. Or maybe I'm in grade 6. I can be just like you. And I can do some of the work just like you've done that. So you can take your work from your school and you can spread it all across Ontario, all across Canada, and ultimately around the world. Are there any more questions? We have time for another question for our friends from Timberbank. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do right now...
We have a question.
Oh my goodness gracious! All right, thank you for stopping me. I should know better than I should. What? How much do I count to when I'm waiting for questions? Okay. Anyways, over to you. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Ask your question.
How long was the project?
How long was the project?
About 2 minutes if we're doing movie. Some people did posters, so.
But it took us about.
We did many projects throughout the year. Yeah, for our project on mental health, we worked on it throughout around a month.
You know what? We just lost you there at the end. You said we worked on it about, and then we lost you.
About a month.
About a month. Oh, well done. Okay, good job. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move now out of time where we're asking. Let's hear it one more time. Thank you, Timberbank. Well done. Okay, guys, we're going to move it out of a time where we're listening to specific groups, and now we want to open it up to all of you to ask questions that you have of each other. Maybe something that you want to challenge your peers with across the country, that you want to encourage them towards doing something. Maybe you have something else that you've heard about with mental health that you want to raise the awareness of with this group of empowered young people who we have gathered today. So I'm going to turn the microphone off for about 1 minute, and I'm going to let you bring together anything you want to say, a challenge you have for the other schools, maybe a question you have for the other groups, and we're going to go right back to the very beginning. We're going to start with our friends who are joining us from Banting and Best. We're going to let you go first, ask a general question or a statement you want to share in closing, and then we're going to go from Banting and Best to our friends at Queen Elizabeth, to our friends at Major General Griesbach, to our friends at Central Algoma, to our friends at Glen Park, and then we'll end with our friends at Timberbank, and after that, we are going to introduce you to somebody very special. She's asked a couple of questions so far, but she's going to come back online, and we're going to hear from her to close off today's event. So, everybody gets a minute, mute our microphones, and then we'll start with Banting and Best. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to come back together for one last trip across Canada, and we are going to hear from all of you brilliant young people who are doing great work. And we're going to start with our friends at Banting and Best.
We have 2 questions for all of the schools. So the first question is, what is the next steps of your program or project? And the second question is,
what would are you going to continue your projects or programs next year, or are you gonna stop it this year? Are you going to continue it?
Great question. Okay, I'm going to see a show of hands. I'm turning my head so I can look at the screen. Does any of the schools want to answer that? So I think Banting and I think do I see a hand at Glen Park?
Are we continuing
next? Are you continuing next?
I can answer question 2. Yes, some of us here are graduating, so we're going to try to carry it on to our next school by email or video chat and teachers. In person.
That's a great idea. Here at Major General Griesbach.
We want to actually start earlier next year. So we waited with all of our campaign stuff till March and April for our planning. And next year we'd like to start in September or October, kick off with a big event, and have it continue throughout the year.
So cool. Yeah. Look at that, guys. It's starting small and it's growing. Our friends at Glen Park are going to take it from grade 6 and they're going to bring it on to grade 7. Our friends at Major General Griesbach are going to start at the beginning of the year and carry it throughout. Can I throw those questions back at you, Banting and Best? What are your next steps? And are you going to continue this next year?
there is 6 of us, but 2 of them are going to graduate, so I guess we are going to.
We're gonna do this.
We're going to continue. Yeah.
So good. Good. That's awesome. Let's thank Banting and Best for their question and the responses. Okay, Queen Elizabeth has a suggestion on next steps that people can do and ways to engage people in this debate.
Yeah. Well, I guess the first thing I wanted to know is, would you get? I've learned something that kids between I guess junior high and elementary, they like to watch like to watch something happen instead of hearing it. And I want to know, is that something that you guys like too, is to watch it happen? As for all the schools. Second of all, if you guys like doing that, maybe that'd be something to help because you got kindergarten. If you're in grade 6, your kindergarten's coming in. If you're in grade 9, you got grade 7's coming in. So would you because I guess I'm a drama kid, so I know theater. So that's what I like to do. So I did that. I went back to my elementary school before I lived here, and I put on a play, and it was amazing.
Seriously, that is so cool. That is so cool. Let's throw that out to the group. In terms of use of drama as opposed to and theater, and you even said Muppets.
Yeah.
That could be puppets. Sorry. It could also be another way of engaging them. I'm wondering if any of the schools have experimented with some of those mediums. If you have, you want to show of hands, and we'll go to your school. Okay, so it doesn't look like people haven't. So that's something you planted that seed.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to challenge people to use that other medium.
I guess because that's what I like to do. Is I like to. Cause I went back to. I lived in the country before. We had a little country school. About 100 kids in there. So they're kind of they always wanted to do a play because they couldn't afford it. So I set one up myself.
That's brilliant. Well done on that. That's great. Okay, let's hear it for Queenie and Sharon there. Our group on Skype is still here, yeah?
Did they have questions?
They're going to share here in a little second. We got to keep going. We're going to just have one response now because we're almost out of time. MGG, come on up.
So, my name is Natasha Simons. I'm an assistant at MGG. And our question was for the school that did the ball hockey tournament.
Okay, these are the ones on Skype. We'll throw them up so everyone
Okay.
can see them.
Okay, so our question was, how did you raise money using the ball hockey tournament? Was it paying to play or people paying to watch?
Did that come through, Central Algoma? So the question was, and I'll just start right because the microphone's a little different for these guys. How did you guys raise money? Did they pay to watch, pay to play?
People pay to watch. They pay to get out of class to watch it. They pay to play.
That's a good idea.
Good, yeah, that's really good.
That's a good idea.
Pardon?
They're just saying. I was just sharing that's a good idea. You have inspired. They're saying that's a good idea to do exactly what you guys did. So well done, Central Algoma. Good question, MGG. Okay, talking about Central Algoma, do you have something you want to share with the group, or a question you'd like to, or a challenge you'd like to throw out?
Sorry, are you referring to us?
Yes, Central Algoma. Do you have a question, challenge, or a statement that you want to share?
So, as a group, we have a challenge for everyone. So, we obviously didn't really get to hear too much. You guys did it. We really hope that you guys are really young right now, and that we're just old, so that you guys can carry this through as you go through your school and stuff like that. Encouraging your peers to join you and trying new things every year, all the way up to grade 12, because it's even important now. It was important in elementary school, so I just continue it through all the way. And even we're taking stuff like this into university, right? Like we do different stuff with right to play and your rights in university. So just taking you through your education, I guess. You guys can say something.
Just to continue on what we're doing, and I know all of us will be continuing on spreading the word and making everybody else aware of what. Yeah, and I don't know. Our school has hockey tournaments and stuff for like 20 years, so we really hope that the grade 11s and the people behind us will continue as well.
Awesome, thanks. So really challenging everybody across the country to carry on with this. You guys are going, some of your audio might have been a little hard, so I want to make sure everybody knows, because your challenge is important, right? Don't let this stop here. Thanks, Central Algoma. Well done. Let's hear it for Central Algoma one last time. Glen Park, over to you. Final statements, challenges, questions. Go ahead.
Couple different challenges. Here we go.
Okay. Hey, I'm Chloe, and I would like to challenge you guys to go to bitstrips.com, make an account on Bitstrips. When you get to the home screen of Bitstrips, which is page 1, I want you to search Sup Club, which is capital Sup, and then lowercase club. And then I would like you to send us a friend request. We'll obviously accept it, and so you guys can learn more about Sup.
Awesome. Can I get you to tweet out that Bitstrips URL so people can know to go there, and maybe even some instructions on how they can find it? Because I think that is so cool.
So we'll tweet it. Terry, we got one or two more challenges, right? We got another challenge.
I challenge. Hi guys, I'm Sam, and I challenge all of you to create like a special day, like we did with Happy Day. So we all challenge you to make a special day like that.
Go ahead, guys.
Hi, I'm Jada. I'm Johan. And we have a challenge for you guys. Our challenge is to see how many people in your school knows like your club and what you guys do. And
Good job, Glen Park. Those are great challenges, making sure that word gets out about the work you're doing in your clubs and getting that out there. So let's have a round of applause for Glen Park. Well done. And ladies and gentlemen, last but most definitely not least, after this, we're going to be going to Jennifer Corriero at Taking It Global in Toronto, who's going to close off the conference. But Timberbank, tell us about what we should do, challenge to do, questions you might have for us. Over to you.
We have an idea that to introduce mental health to your school at like the beginning of the year. You can bring in a speaker about mental health to talk to you about mental health and what it means and how to prevent anything like depression happening to you.
It's a great idea. You know, that outside is very smart. The microphone over to Jennifer Florio to close off.
To recap the program of today, we had the Be a Buddy program highlighted, Be Jolly Day, where you guys gave out Jolly Ranchers. I really like that rocket idea, helping people to, prepare to launch and prepare for the stress involved with exams. Love the hats off to mental health and charging people to wear a hat. The ball hockey tournaments, pay to play or pay to watch and get out of class. Really smart strategy. I really enjoyed hearing about the dog therapy. In fact, one of our board members, she has a wonderful dog that she brings out, and I think that was a really fun way about how pets can bring about mental health. The diagram of moving butterflies into the stomach, how we think, how we feel, how we respond to different stresses. This whole concept of guest speakers. We'd be happy to help make introductions, or you all have the skills to introduce yourselves to different organizations like the one we heard in our first video conference, the Canadian Mental Health Association, the Centre for Addictions and Mental Health. Kids Help Phone is some examples of great charities. I'm really happy to hear that you've helped to support some of those charities. We also heard from the ways that the SUP Club is using social media with the Bitstrips comics, creating a blog, they're writing letters to the government. We heard about the educational videos that are being produced, this idea of a school-wide happy day, also aspects of theater and drama. Your ideas are fantastic, your actions are inspiring, and all of our team at Taking It Global are just so happy to be in partnership with all of you and the Centre for Global Education and the Canadian Education Forum and CHIMP. So thank you for being part of this program.